What's up, everyone? Today we are not in the studio. We're actually outside Kainoa Kreationz, which is Big Brando and his partner Dave's company. I'm here because I wanted to hang out with Dave a little bit, watch him do his thing on the embroidery machine. And as you all know, I just got the machine, so I'm still pretty new to it. And he gave me a little rundown before I got the machine, which is really dope. And I figured, there's a lot of people out there who are thinking about investing in a machine, or you're just curious about learning more. And I thought he would be a perfect guy to kind of go over what it's like to own the machine, because he's had it for about 2 years now. So he definitely has more experience than me, and he's just overall cool dude, and I think it's time for him to get a little screen time out here in the tube. So yeah, let's just go right in and see what's going on with Dave. Your YouTube appearance has begun to my 300 subs. That was the first thing I did, was like, I had the cab driver on, right, and I pushed the cab hoop on, and it got stuck and it started making that crazy sound. And I thought I fucking broke it. Right. And that was before the training. So I was like, oh shit, the warranty's done. And like, I kind of freaked out a little bit. It sounds
like all the gears are stripping.
Yeah. So I just like fucking turned off the machine and like took the cab driver off and I was chilling. But that scared me a little bit.
That's newbie tip number one with learning how to embroider hats. You gotta, if you get some misalignment with the cab driver and some crazy sound, take it off and then reset.
For sure.
Reset it.
For sure.
Or else it's gonna make more crazy noises and you're gonna think you broke the machine.
I think that's the craziest thing, is like, when you get the machine, you don't really think about like getting the job yet, because you're like, I gotta learn this shit. But then, like you said, once people learn you have the machine, like the jobs kind of start rolling towards you.
It's true. The floodgates open and people are gonna come.
Sweet.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, Dave, so what do you got going on here today? We're gonna embroider.
We're gonna embroider some LA hats.
Sweet.
Which, yeah, it's never ending.
I got one too, man. It's sick. I love the design on it. It's very creative.
Yeah, they sell well, and I'm behind in inventory. I need to make more.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Some more of these screws.
Oh, for the screw change up?
Probably even have spare ones in there. I just never looked.
It's like one of those things where when you have time, you can change it, but because you're cranking out 100 hats on a single head, which is fucking crazy. I don't know how you do it, but
it's not ideal, but
the second one is coming soon, right, Dave?
Yes. It's definitely long overdue need of ours to have a solution.
Hell yeah, good problems to have.
It is. Having too much work. Good problem to have. The first time for you was interesting, right? Putting this on.
Yeah, the first thing that I noticed was when I pulled it off the machine, this thing like glides on the rails, like the wire part, that I was holding it with one hand. So I was like, I thought I broke fucking everything on the first go. So yeah, I mean, these machines obviously are meant to take a beating, but
they are super tough machines, and they're built well. Yeah, in the beginning, everything's kind of scary.
Yeah. You don't really know what knob does what. Like, for example, these tension knobs, like I see you got some that are super far in and some that are, wherever they are. Like, is this because you've been using the machine for a long time and you understand like each thread has a different kind of relationship?
We don't use a lot of different threads, but I just notice, and like I said, you just get busy once you start, and you just, whatever works, you just keep going. But I notice not every needle acts the same, so the tension's just different, and we just go with what works.
For sure. What colors do you think you use the most? Is it just black and white?
Black and white.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time.
So get that fat spool for black and white.
Especially white, actually.
Yeah, for the black hats.
Another newbie tip: when you order thread, like quadruple on the whites.
Yeah, don't get excited with all the colors. Like, you're not gonna use most of them.
Yeah, no, you're not. You'll start experimenting with a bunch of different threads.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
Okay.
We maybe tried like 3 brands, and basically they all worked, and one was more convenient to order, so we stuck with it.
Yeah, like Madeira, because you have to order from them directly,
right,
and then they charge like $7.50 handling fee or some shit, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to pay that.
And their thread's great.
Yeah.
From what I saw, because we had all the samples in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Again, there's convenience and time and money.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and this is kind of experimental stuff, as always, right? Just kind of run stuff and see how it looks.
And then because it's thin, usually people use a thinner needle, but you just did this with the 75. You said, okay, cool.
It worked, and it lays down all right. So
yeah, I mean, even these like little waves, those are cool, man.
It's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, good design. See, that's it's all in the details. It's not in the fucking big stuff. It's like when you do a close up and you see the lines and the stitching, like that's where I think most of the good products kind of like have the beauty, is in the details.
That's how we look at it. And but we also have to remind ourselves always, like, most people don't hold these things up to their face.
Yeah, they just wear it. They don't.
But
give a
we
fuck.
do, right? We do it and we're like, oh no, but most people don't do this. They just, if it looks cool, they're gonna wear it.
Hell yeah. All right, let's crank up that hat, Dave.
Checking this out. See a bunch of round patches.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna fit however you're gonna fit across this whole thing, right?
So that thing's for patches, or like bigger garments, or
flat stuff. Yeah.
for flat stuff. Okay.
Because it's meant to sit on top of this table.
Gotcha. Because yeah, I got that and I just put it to the side. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
So
to be honest, I didn't really pay much attention to it either till later, way later on.
Okay.
And actually, because I saw it at the show, the way they had it set up.
For sure.
Oh, that's what it's for.
What do you recommend when you first get the machine? Like, what should you work on first, you think?
As far as what type of stuff?
Yeah, like so you get the machine and like, you know, you're excited, you want to embroider like a full-size back. Like, is that how you should start, or should you just do like a small square and...
Yeah, start with very simple stuff, flat things. Don't start with a hat.
Don't start with the 3D foam hat.
You're gonna be tempted, but don't. I mean, you can, but you shouldn't.
Okay, good. Yeah, good advice.
Yeah, because you need a lot of time on the machine, just like anything else, to get comfortable with it.
For sure.
Yeah. Islander friends tend to wear bigger size hats, so
that's why you fuck with the auto hats?
that's why we fuck with autos, because it's snap back. People can wear it up to, people who wear like 8s can still wear this
Oh,
hat
wow.
comfortably.
Okay. So
that's a big deal.
one size fits most big heads.
Yeah, and it doesn't fit like a big hat either.
Okay.
In my opinion. So, been using it for years.
I take your word for it, man. But yeah, I'm a Yupon guy because my head's small, so I like the
There's that
6506.
too.
Yeah.
So, there's a need. I kind of just keep it at a setting and I don't change it because it kind of it works for most of the hats we do.
Gotcha.
So I don't have the time to sit there and change it, loosen it, change it.
Got it. Oh yeah, dude, I have a screwdriver in my hand at all times. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a mechanic. I feel like a mechanic more than like an embroidery person.
Well, again, that's like we said, that's the stuff people don't see.
Yeah.
The in and outs of.
Yeah, see, you got the toolbox right here on deck, because you got to bust out the Allen keys, you got to bust out the needles, and I mean, Ricoma sends this, which is cool.
Yes.
But yeah, it's good to have your own tools too, just in case. But yeah, it's more like a mechanic job half of the time.
It is nice that Ricoma sends you everything you need.
Yeah,
Literally everything you need.
Yeah.
In a toolbox.
that starter kit.
You'll use it. You just leave it open.
Yeah, mine's open too.
Not because things break, it's just you're always having to touch stuff.
Yeah, I'm tired of opening the lid.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's get this auto hat loaded up and then see what's good.
We're gonna hook this.
Emergency stop. So now it's ready to go.
Standing by. Just gonna load this up.
3 clicks.
Yep.
Sweet.
Everyone who ends up getting one of these machines will understand what that 3 clicks is. It's very important.
Let's see this. All right, Dave, can you do the trace? Because that scared me a little bit when I saw it.
That's about as close as you can get.
Wow.
Which is then gonna end up stitching right about here.
Oh, so because you tweak the settings, it like compensates for it when it...
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And like I was saying, I think, you know, everyone's gonna have their own preferences and how they want to dial it in, but that just worked for me.
Gotcha.
There.
Okay.
A couple years ago when we first started using this machine, I was trying to dial that in. Yes, I have. hit that.
What happens when you hit the cap hoop? Does the machine explode?
No, but I believe, one, it makes a crazy sound, and then I believe it throws an error, and then you get scared.
Did it? Were you able to fix it yourself though?
Yeah.
Okay, you just gotta replace the presser foot, or?
Nothing broke.
Oh, okay.
But obviously it's not good. When
It's not good.
metal hits metal. It's just not supposed to happen.
All right, cool. Damn. See, you got all the experience, cause like right now everything's smooth sailing for me. So I feel like I got it, but when something goes wrong, I'm not gonna know how to fix it.
And I don't know about you, but again, for the sake of speed and whatnot, and not dealing with more things, a lot of people pin these down or tape it. I just hold it until it starts to stitch and I let it go, just because that's just the way I do stuff.
Do you do like a tack down stitch, or does it just start?
Yeah, so for people who don't know, 3D puff digitizing typically has, I'm sorry, I don't know the actual term for it, but the first stitch that lays down is just a simple line to hold the foam down.
Okay.
And the second pass is the actual embroidery.
For sure. So that's why you just hold it so it does the tack down and then you're chilling after that.
Right. But like I said, some people tape it, some people pin it, and they walk away.
It's because you're a pro, man. I tape mine because I'm
lazy.
scared.
It should. A good digitizer is gonna put the pause in there for you.
Gotcha. Oh, so you do it on auto manual mode?
I typically do, just to make sure everything looks right.
Cool.
Before I move on, and then you move on.
Your food is ready. All right, Dave. So we got the mighty hoop. Oh, it's showing the backside. Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
even though there's a gap, like it's all good. It holds it all together.
Yeah, if you get it lined up correctly,
Okay.
it works because I've done it.
Gotcha. That's what I've been worried about. Is like I don't know how much of the hoop has to be filled in with the fabric. So you're saying that that's good enough.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've done it. Yeah, I'm sure you're starting to see it that with any hoop,
Yeah.
but you know, there's a gap where it's not gonna embroider end to end. It can't.
Mm-hmm.
You got like, I want to say 3/4 inch gap maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
right?
You can't go to edge.
That you're not gonna be able to embroider. So the actual space is here.
Sweet. Yeah, the mighty hoops are crazy, and crazy expensive.
They are, but they're worth it.
The benefits outweigh the
The
price.
benefits of the time, it's just and the grief
The grief.
from the.
I think I've hooped like 3 things so far. I did like the AS Color Beach shorts that I did the brick on. I wanted to practice embroidery, so I used the other side
Right.
to hoop. And first one I did it with the normal hoop, and dude, it took so long. Like the mini, yeah, one of those mini ones. And then the second time I used the mighty hoop, and it took like fucking 3 seconds. And I'm like, I understand why this costs money now. Like,
Yeah, and obviously for how whatever the history of embroidery, this is normal to use.
yeah,
Kinda
it's the
hoop.
OG.
Nothing wrong with them, but once you use this modern hoop, it's like okay.
I know more people are also pushing the mighty hoop, like that channel Embroidery Legacy. Do you watch those guys?
I've seen them, yeah.
Yeah, they started promoting some mighty hoops too. So it's cool to see like someone who's been in the game for 20 years is like adapting with the tech, you know?
And because I've only been doing this several years, I actually would like to hear like the people who've been around a long time, the cons of this, because I don't know.
Oh, do you think there's cons too? Besides
Probably,
like the
right? There's
magnet?
pros and cons to everything.
That is true. Besides the strong magnet that fucks up your computer or
or
something
your
like
phone,
that.
or your watch, yeah.
I can name one con. One con is like because the magnet's so strong, all my like tools and shit like get stuck to it, and then I can't find them because they're stuck in the mighty hoop.
That's true. You're at the yes.
That's the one con. But
Yes.
besides that, it's been pretty solid.
No, yeah, I got no complaints with them, but that is done.
Everything looks good here.
It looks good enough to not have to go over anything again, so it comes off.
Do you ever have to restitch some stuff?
Yeah, that happens a lot
Okay.
because things happen during a job. Needle break, thread break, anything can happen.
Gotcha.
Not every job's just gonna you can't just walk away all the time.
Mhm.
Sometimes you can, but yes, you'll have to go back and hit a spot again.
Okay, and that's like the floating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
But
I like this wooden station that you guys have here.
Big Brando's dad made it.
Oh shit. Homemade.
Homemade.
I like it. It looks super sturdy.
Yeah. Does the job.
High quality wood.
There's a lot of the stuff that people don't usually show on video either.
The boring part.
The boring part, but the reason
essential part.
we're talking about it is it's time. Some people don't know, right? It's like you run a hat, how long is it going to take you? Well, as long as the machine takes, and
Yeah.
as long as the cleanup takes.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Now that I had the machine for a couple weeks, I really understand like why people advertise stitches per minute and like all this shit, because these are factors that really impact you when you're doing production, not just one-offs, right?
Yeah, that's
So
very true. Like, I don't pay as much attention as I should to it, but it's it's a huge factor.
Yeah.
Time is a factor. You're working, and it's money and time and money.
Does this machine show how long it takes for embroidery? It does, right?
I don't think this one does.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Does yours?
Yeah, it has a timer.
Oh, nice.
So like I can see it, like if I bump up the speed from like 650 to 700, the time starts going down, and I'm like, oh shit, like I need to get this done faster, you know? So
Oh, that's helpful.
yeah.
Does it seem pretty accurate?
Yeah. But what I notice is like the timer stops every time the needle comes off to get to the next, like every time it does a jump stitch,
It resets.
it like stops the timer, and then the timer starts again. So it doesn't account for like the little, I mean, it's not that much time,
Right.
but like for example, my house design that has like the triangle logo,
Right.
that one has 15 characters, individual characters.
Right.
So that one takes like 15 minutes or 11 minutes, depending on how fast it's running. So
Yeah, that's like you and I keep talking about, right? That's 15 minutes for one hat
yeah, before cleanup.
on a single head. So do the math. Someone
Yeah.
says I need 12 of those. You gotta estimate that time
Yep.
against the money.
Yep.
It's just the facts.
Yeah.
Numbers and numbers.
And I think that's another thing is like people just look at the cogs or cost of goods, and they don't think about the time and labor and the, you know, the file itself, like the digitization.
Yep.
These are all like skill sets that make your job easier because you know how to design, you know how to digitize, so you can do it faster.
Right.
So you shouldn't be penalized for being good at your job. And I think that's a lot of thing with like creative stuff is like, just because you're good at it, you can get it done in 5 minutes, doesn't mean you just charge something really small. You know, you still charge what it's worth.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true because people overlook that. And it's easy to overlook because you're just working.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the month, and you're like, well, I did all these jobs. Why don't I have a bunch of money?
Yeah. It comes in and goes straight out the bank. You got the industrial heat gun. Mine looks like a toy compared to that. But
This is
the Warrior.
Harbor Freight. They should sponsor us. Maybe.
Get that sponsorship. Let's go.
Harbor Freight can't go wrong. They're down the street. Always important to keep the heat gun moving so you don't burn your hat. Yes, you can melt the hat.
Yeah, it warps it.
Yeah.
Dope.
We're gonna show that.
We're gonna show that.
We're gonna show the
pro
secrets
tip.
that we shouldn't be showing.
Oh damn.
How to deal with cleaning up the bits of foam.
Yeah. So see how Dave's like sliding it with the seam, or the direction of the stitching. Like I didn't know that. I was just poking it in like a noob. So I learned something, Dave. Thanks for always showing me some cool shit.
Anytime.
Hi, Dave. So we got the table on. We got the hat made, and you've had this machine for about 2 years, 2.5 years.
Maybe close to 3, but
Maybe
yeah.
3, okay.
In that range.
Okay, so now that you've had this for 3 years and you've ran your business with it, is there anything that you would have done differently before you got the machine, like with the foresight that you have now, or like how would you have, you know, would you have bought a different machine or something like that?
I don't think we would have bought a different machine.
Okay.
It definitely fulfilled our needs. And it's a good topic to bring up, right? Because you really gotta try and forecast what you're trying to do. Getting a machine is awesome. Being able to make your stuff for yourself and clients is awesome, but you gotta think where you're gonna go with that. It's kind of hard to see in the beginning, but you really do, because a single head machine has its limitations, period, just like anything else. So we wouldn't have done anything different, I don't feel, but our next step would definitely be to get another single head machine. And everyone's needs will be different, right? You may figure out you need a 6 head machine or bigger because you're just gonna do hats in mass quantities. We don't, but 2 single heads would fit our needs. And we wouldn't go a dual head or triple head because of the limitations of, we do a lot of one-off stuff. And for people who don't know, when you have a multi-head machine, they're not all independent. It's either gonna run one or run them all the same. So there's limitations, and it just depends on your needs.
Yeah, that's good to know, because I think anyone would assume you can run 2 different designs on a 2-head.
I did too.
Yeah.
Before, until we started asking questions, we're like, okay, well that makes sense, because that'd be almost too easy, right? If a dual head machine was actually just 2 independent machines stuck together.
Yeah.
At that price.
Yeah.
I get it. It just can't be done.
For sure. Okay, so now that we're maxing out the 1 head, you guys are maybe gonna get a 2 or 3 head pretty soon, or that other single head.
Ideally, another single head.
Okay.
But probably if, you know, we keep scaling up, things have been going good, and maybe the next shop will have
Dope.
a triple head next to this machine.
Hell yeah, the next video will feature the triple head. Dope, man. All right, Dave, thanks for showing me the ropes, and thanks for showing us that demo. Where can people find you, man?
On IG, Mr. Local Dave, one of my brands, Local Roots Clothing, and follow Kainoa Kreationz, because if you don't know, I work with Big Brando.
Hell yeah. The other guy is right here.
Yeah, I'm the guy where he says business partner and you don't know who that is.
Hell yeah, Dave. Oh yeah, Dave's gonna start his own YouTube and all this, so I'm super excited to see where he goes with everything. But yeah, I'm gonna dip out and I'll catch you all back in the studio. So we're back in the studio, and I just wanted to say shout out to Dave. Thanks for having me over today. There's always something you can learn from someone that knows more than you, so it's always such a nice treat to see him in action. And if y'all liked what you saw, let me know in the comments below. I'm hoping to do more videos like this where I'm not just in my studio, but I go out there and actually mingle with people and collab, because I think that makes things a lot more interesting and a lot more exciting, and there's always more input that I can get and information, so we can all learn from this and get better at what we do. But anyway, thank you all for watching today's video. If you want to support my channel further, you can find links in the description box, which will take you to my affiliate stuff. So if you want to get any equipment or materials or whatever that you need for your business, please do use the links, because it does help the channel out, and you're going to buy it anyways, so it doesn't cost any extra, and it just helps me out. And if you want any of my clothing, like this hat, this Vision hat, I don't have this shirt for sale. I might put it for sale, I'm not sure yet, but all my clothing can be found at icandoit.shop. And as y'all know, my socials are icandoit.studio, and I'll catch you all on the next one.